Education about mental health is important. About 450 million people suffer from mental illness around the world. 400 million go untreated. Post-traumatic stress disorder, better known as PTSD, depression, anxiety, are more common than many think. Many people know someone struggling with mental illness if they aren't struggling with it themselves. The lack of mental health education that would greatly benefit these individuals is not being given. Approximately 20% of individuals across the globe who are exposed to significant traumatic events will develop PTSD or other mental illnesses. And on average, 1 in 11 people worldwide will be diagnosed with PTSD in their lifetime. The majority of these diagnosed understand where their trauma comes from, but fail to understand what treatments are available. The key to being treated for PTSD and other mental illnesses is moving forward and increasing one's mental well-being and education and developing skills to help combat the symptoms and triggers. Furthering education on PTSD and other mental health issues as a whole allows survivors to receive treatments and ultimately leading them towards healing.
So we've already established that PTSD is a problem and that not a lot of people know about it. However, there's still some parents that aren't quite comfortable with their children learning about PTSD, depression, anxiety, things such as that. However, we see that 85% of teachers think that this would be a great influence for kids. During their young ages, we'll give them the life skill needed to be emotionally resilient and intelligent. Moving forward into their adult lives, imagine college students already knowing about their mental health and knowing how to treat themselves and self-diagnose. And how to know when they need to go for help, to therapy, and to reach out to friends and family. Establishing mental health classes in the classrooms will help us to further education and further the well-being of the community.
Another successful treatment method is psychological first aid. Psychological first aid is successfully used in group or community setting where they help survivors process their trauma by encouraging the expression of feelings, according to Hellman.
All of those sounds that are trapped in your mind. Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
Healing is the ultimate goal of PTSD treatment and education. Watching children's movies like Disney's Inside Out helps survivors to gain a better understanding and label the emotion like feeling like fear and anger and sadness.
There are many emotional tools to help them manage their stress and regulate their emotions. One simple way to get started is through children's movies. Disney is one example of animation studio that are becoming more aware of the message that is being sent out about mental health relating to stereotypes. Let's look at the characters such as EO in Winnie the Pooh, along with sadness in Inside Out, opens a conversation about depressive symptoms. According to Caves, it helps others to realize that they are not alone in feeling sad, and understanding that other people feel similarly makes it safe to talk about. Watching children's movies such as Disney movies has proven successful to teach survivors to recognize their emotion, managing emotion, motivating oneself, and empathy. And using animation movies to explain emotions can help people of all ages, even though you are 5 years old or 90 years old, to better understand their emotions. It starts the conversation with families, good friends, and communities, and creates a safe space for the healing process to start.
Look at the Inside Out scene where Sadness and Joy are trying to make Bing Bong feel better after his rocket is thrown away. Sadness's technique is a clear example of using psychological first aid. to create a safe place for Bing Bong to talk about his experience and feel and label the emotions that he is feeling, rather than Joy trying to distract Bing Bong from his sadness. This has been proven to be successful in multiple areas. Now it's your turn to start the conversation.
Start a conversation with your family and start a conversation with the loved ones that you have around you that you're concerned with. If they don't know how to feel, have them watch Disney movies with you, no matter the age. Watch things, help them to describe how they feel and see if they really need help. Work with them, talk with them, and if they're struggling, have them go to paid professionals such as therapists, go to group settings and group help. Find hobbies that are healthy for them to get out, to de-stress, and help them to figure out what they are feeling. It's scientifically proven the more that they speak about their problems, the more that they are able to work through their emotions, feelings, and thoughts so that they can come to terms with what they're going through. The best way is one-on-one through first aid or through cognitive behavior therapy, which is group therapy. Help your family to come to the healing that they need. But the best way for you to help your family is to help them to know their feelings from the beginning. Help them to identify how they feel when they're young, when they're watching Inside Out as a child, when they're a teenager and there's something in the plot that happens that makes the character angry. Help them to relate their feelings to other movies. Disney is a good place to start, and Disney works with any age. It's scientifically proven. Use it. Together, we can make a better community, one by one, in the family with Disney.